Oh, God. All right. All right. Off to a bad start. What's up, everybody? Yo, it is the one and only Smoke Sesh with Chris and the big cat, Joe Cincotta, joining us.
What's up, Joe? How are you?
Boys? How we doing?
Merry Christmas from Internal Bleeding and the family this year. Yo, 2024. We're back. We haven't done this in a year.
Yeah.
One full year without a sesh.
And now we're back.
We're back, baby. We're back for one day only. How you guys doing, Facebook land? Internal Bleeding is back in the fucking building. We got Joe Cincotta, world-renowned live sound man, world-renowned fucking
producer,
studio producer, produced some of your fucking favorite albums. If you are watching this dumbass TV show right now, you definitely listen to music that he has worked on and collaborated on.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.
How you guys doing, man?
Good,
what the fuck's
good.
going on? Christmas is in a few days, everybody. Getting lit with the boys. We fucking decided to take a few hours out to come kick it with you guys on FB today for a bit. We used to get so many fucking people watching this every weekend.
When we did it every weekend,
yeah,
we built
ridiculous.
up a huge audience.
It really was, and every time we go on tour, people still ask about it, and then we're always like, well, maybe. But we had a few free hours today, so we're fucking
we'll
kicking it in the old Provellis garage. We moved the hot rod out of the way,
and now we're kicking it.
Filling up the bong by one and only the smoking lamp by brutalglass.com,
brutalglass.com, brutalglass.com.
I actually don't know if they're still in business.
Well, I cut them out of our final credits.
I haven't talked to that kid Byron in a while. I don't know if he's still making those
thanks for the bong, though.
But thank you for the hookups and all the fucking custom grinders and the stuff you made us over the years. Shout out Golden Steer Steakhouse in Las Vegas.
So, Joe, talk to us.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, dude? You're a busy man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of studio sessions, some really good tours coming up, a bunch of good shows. The Misfits are actually playing Coachella this year.
Joe works for the fucking Misfits.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Joe is
This will
working
be
at
my-
Coachella. Joe is doing the main stage at Coachella.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys saw that flyer, you know that they put the Coachella flyer here with all the bands, 3 tiers.
Yeah.
Headliner, all the tiny bands.
Only
They're
one
the
with fonts.
only band
Only one with fonts.
with their actual logo
I like that.
used.
Yeah, very
Out of
cool.
every big band that's Beyonce,
Lady
Charlie
Gaga,
XCX.
Green Day. Yeah.
the only fucking group that has ever been able to use their actual logo,
Danzig?
the Misfits.
The Misfits. Yeah, the Misfits. Pretty goddamn cool.
Unbelievable, unprecedented, and Joe is right there. Joe is the 6th member. So,
Yeah, but you do shit with Ice-T, right?
I haven't worked with Ice-T since
But you
2019, but yeah, I did like 3 years working for Body Count. And that was
Yeah,
that
that
was really
must have
cool.
been fun.
Yeah, and I do the Danzig stuff, and we got a tour coming up. Danzig, Down, Abbott, and Cro-Mags
Oh
coming
my
up in March.
God.
Pretty pumped about.
Abbott's really going to make that fun.
I haven't seen Ove in
I
a
think he's
while.
sober.
I'm looking
I think
forward to
he's
seeing him.
sober.
I think he's sober.
a few
yeah,
times I
but-
met him, he was cool as fuck. Drunk as fuck. Cool as fuck, though. Also, Phil Anselmo, cool as fuck.
Yeah. him.
Glenn Danzig, got to meet the man. Cool as fuck.
Very
I
cool
could not
guy.
believe how cool he was when I
Yeah.
met him. Dude.
That's
I was
awesome.
So pleased. It was such a nice moment. You know, people have horror stories, meeting their fucking heroes, meeting their fucking favorite celebrities. He was so fucking cool.
He's a pretty cool guy.
It was great. So was Phil. Phil Anselmo was fucking awesome.
Yeah, Phil was great.
Great.
Phil was a great guy.
So fuck all y'all that fucking have something nasty to say about anybody.
Oh, yeah.
So what albums are you working on lately?
Yours?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, the Eternal Bleeding record is coming together. It's almost ready to be mixed. I mean,
Right,
we're
right.
almost done tracking all of it. Chris is almost done track. Chris is engineering some of it too.
Yeah?
You did a great job, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first time engineering. Everything's done. It's pretty much ready for mixing, so we're going into mixing soon. Here's going to show you the song titles.
Oh, no.
This is a very personal album for us.
It's coming out on good old Maggot Stomp Records. The CEO, Scott, out west, fucking decided to take a nice fucking chance on us. And we worked out a really nice deal. And I think that's the place for us to have landed.
And he's
for the
super
next couple
supportive
albums.
of us, yeah.
Unbelievable fucking support. And it's right in the fucking wheelhouse in the circle of the things that we want to be part of. So, yeah, Maggot Stomp Records presents.
These songs. So we got Settle All Scores, Deliberate Desecration, Intangible Pact, Prophet of Deceit, Empire of Terror, Crown of Insignificance, Enforced Compliance, and Glorify the Oppressor.
That's the order?
No, that's not the order. I just put.
Just saying, I don't know if
We haven't had a fight about the order
I don't
yet.
know if I approve.
No, that's going to be a 3-week fight.
Oh, yeah. You know.
The track listing's going to be a 3-week fight, even though.
Then Steve's gonna say something. Ryan's gonna say something. They're gonna fucking argue with me for fucking 4 weeks about it, and then
me and you will figure it
right,
out.
and then Prebelis will just make a final call, and then no one will be happy.
Right, exactly, because that's my job is to make everybody miserable. So on top of that, on top of the songs, all the songs are very personal, even though most of them are about beating the shit out of somebody that has affected this
I'm
band.
working. By the way, I'm working with the 4-Bev system right now.
The 4BS?
The 4-Bev system. We got your hydration. Got your fun beverage, your treat beverage. Got your caffeination, and your intoxication.
With a little citrus, of course.
Yeah, got a little vitamin C in there. You were saying?
Not only do we have like all the songs are really personal. It's also kind of
I knew Joe Lopez was going to like enforced compliance. I actually knew that. Shout out Joe Lopez. I knew that.
you sure?
I knew it. He hated the mascara. It's about the mascara. He hated it. Shout out Joe Lopez.
All right. So anyway, here's our guest lineup. You want to run through the guests, Chris?
We got some fun ones on this, man. We got my fucking brother, fucking Mikey Petrosky from Neverending Game. One of the coolest, hardest, best hardcore bands, not just of right now, but of all time. If you have not listened to Neverending Game, will go down as a generational act. The Halo and Wings EP is some of the best music I've ever heard. Not just hardcore, but some of the best music I've ever heard from any band ever. And I think his vocals are super cool and unique. And before I even knew these guys personally, I came and I went to see them live in the city, them and Mind Force in New York City 5-6 years ago, maybe. And they gave Internal Bleeding a shout out. I didn't know these guys from a fucking hole in the wall. And they said, yo, this whole set goes out to Internal Bleeding. And I was in the crowd. They didn't know I was in the crowd. And I was just like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we became great friends, me and those boys. And yeah, Mikey sings on what track?
Deliberate Desecration.
Deliberate Desecration. He just sent the tracks in the other night. And
They sound great.
Fucking
They
awesome.
sound great.
Really great. And just because he's a hardcore guy doesn't mean it's going to sound out of place or left field. His fucking voice is low and nasty and tough.
And his
awesome.
flow is
great.
Yeah, he's
I
got
told him
good
to go
flow.
nuts.
Yeah, he's got good
Never
flow.
Ending Game isn't exactly a revenge violence lyrics band, so he got to
Cut loose a little.
Cut loose, you know.
Yeah, I like what he wrote for the section too.
So
Yeah,
he was like, I got that. It was nice to finally spew some hatred on us.
Yeah.
So shout out Mikey Petrosky, shout out the whole Never Ending Game and Gridiron Crew, all those boys. I love you guys. Next up, one of the greatest of all time, Sherwood Weber from the one and only Skinless from upstate New York.
Little Sherwood thing. We just did Red Rocks on that last tour with Amon Amarth and Obituary, and he went on stage and sang at Red Rocks when Frozen Soul was on.
Oh, right. I
It
heard
was pretty
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and Cannibal Corpse, of course, is on that tour too. Love
Wow.
those guys. Love George.
That was the first death metal show ever at Red Rocks?
First death metal show ever at Red Rocks.
Sherwood's the man, and when I asked him to do vocals for a song, "Prophet of Deceit," he jumped on the chance and he was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And so we sent him what we wanted him to do. He came back, done. As usual, we've got our man Frank. We got a lot of IB alumni here. We got Frank Rini pitching in. We got Joe Marchese pitching in, and we managed to pull Jerry from the Onward to Mecca era to fucking crank out some vocals. So we've got one hell of a lineup of guests on this album. I'm pretty
Jerry
excited.
Lowe on this album. You have no idea how happy that actually makes me, man. So other than Frank being the legend on the fucking classic albums, Joe being maybe the greatest death metal frontman of all time, in my opinion. The greatest voice, greatest look, greatest presentation. Also, we were in Revenants together. I have some of the greatest memories of my life making music and traveling the country with Joe Marchese. But Jerry, the Onward to Mecca era, Thug Squad, Punch Your Face, that whole era, Frankie Mitz, that was the whole era that I'm even part of. Those guys are the guys that ingratiated me and my friends into the scene.
I was like a child then. So were you?
And
You younger than me.
they were
You
cool
were a
as
child.
fuck.
I remember the recording of that in
2003,
your,
yeah.
old, in your old studio.
I was 22.
Jerry
That's
and those
totally
guys were cool as fuck to me and my friends when we were real young, and they took us serious and they took us under their wing, and they let us do our thing as Without Remorse and join their crew. And if it wasn't for Jerry, I wouldn't be here today talking to you guys. So I'm very happy that Jerry's on the album.
Jerry's the man. So Jerry and I have a little history.
Shout out John Harvey, Thug Squad.
Oh, yeah, John. I saw John's there. Jerry and I go back a long way, and it was good when I asked him to do this shit. He was excited about it, and he jumped up and did Driven to Conquer with us a couple of times, which was fucking awesome. Had a great time with that. So, anyway.
Is that the Mike Smith commenting on my Soils of Fate hoodie?
No, not
There's a lot of Mike Smiths out there. Is
Apparently-
it Mike Smith? Is it Pain the Truth? Mike
Apparently,
Smith?
when we went through customs, they said it's like one of the most common names.
It's
so.
got to be the
Yeah,
most common
totally.
name, right?
You'd think Bill Smith was the most common
Smith.
name. But Mike Smith, huh? Anyway.
But
so,
shout out whichever Mike that is. Yes, this is a Soils of Fate hoodie from Europe from maybe 20 years ago, and Provelis designed this. And
I did. I did the
keep it
album
in mint
cover.
condition.
I did
It's
the
a
album
little
cover. I
short-
did the
The
logo.
sleeves are a little short, so I only really wear it on the Sesh.
How do you? I was going to say you never go out to eat with that.
No, God, no. You know me and condiments.
Yeah, it'd be a condiment smorgasbord.
Yeah, Provelis designed this, whether you folks know that or not.
Yep, I did the logo. I did the artwork. Yep, I did the whole. I did every one of their album covers, I think, except Sandstorm. I did every Soils of Fate album.
That's the best album cover. What the fuck?
Sandstorm? No, it's the worst one. I love Soils of Fate.
I know, Magnus. I love those guys.
Yeah.
Remember when he came here from Sweden, right? And his wife, I believe, is Vietnamese, and her and her sister came and they cooked us lunch.
Mm-hmm.
They made this hot sauce.
Oh my God, yeah, that was so fucking
It
good.
was like fucking battery acid. It was the hottest, most delicious fucking thing I ever. It was like citrus, green, verde salsa, but it was like orange peel. But it was like literally, it was like drinking lava. It was fucking insane. Shout out to Soils of Fate.
Hell yeah,
The song "Crack,"
great song.
top 10 song in the thing that we do. Groove, death metal, wigger, death metal, or whatever we are.
John
Slam,
Steinen, what's up,
swag.
man? I got coffee. Come on over. Can I have some coffee too, brother?
Crack.
Thanks for
That's
joining
great.
us. Yeah, Crack's a great song.
Great fucking song.
Yeah. We got some new people up. Pavillas did a great job on it. Thank
No,
you.
we didn't.
Don't amp me up like that. So we got a big show coming up. 2
What do we
weeks.
got? What do we got? We just
2
played.
weeks.
We just played a great one. We closed out 2024 with a great one with our friends at Immolation and Mortician and Malignancy over at Amityville Music Hall. Whether
That
you guys,
show was crazy.
Are aware or not, I'm the general manager at Amityville Music Hall here on Long Island, the only club that matters.
They really did a good job redoing that place.
Well, thank you. As somebody that works there, I appreciate hearing that. Somebody that's invested in there, I appreciate hearing that. Somebody that used to go there as an outsider, it is night and day. It is
Yeah,
really, it
it's
is truly,
way
it's an
better.
extraordinary layout now. It's extraordinary change from what it used to be. But as far as the simplicity of the layout, as the load-in, as being a band, the niceness of the green room,
it's really nice.
how fucking easy it is to fucking navigate the room. It's just a great venue. It's just great. If you guys haven't gotten down to Amityville Music Hall, make sure you get on down. Check out the lineup of shows coming up. We didn't make a graphic, did we?
No, not for AMH.
AMH.live is the website. AMH.live. Check it out, guys. A lot of great stuff coming up. But yeah, so we did Mortician, Immolation gig there. That was fucking great. One of the best Long Island shows we've ever played since I've been in the band. For 12 years.
That was awesome.
12 years I'm in the band.
I know. It's crazy.
Maybe the best Long Island show we ever played.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Since I was in the band.
No, it's not yet. Since you were in the band, it's probably...
When you guys played the Roxy shows.
Well, yeah, they weren't as good as the Roxy shows, but that rivaled a good Roxy show.
Great.
Just not as many people, that's all. But the energy was like insane. And then we got FYA to start off the year.
FYA Fest in like a week and a half.
Orlando.
In Orlando.
I cannot wait to get out of this fucking winter weather.
Fucking crazy.
Away from this fucking snow. It sucks.
It didn't even start, by the way.
It snowed a
I know.
half an
I
inch
fucking
so
hate it.
far.
I hate
It's
it.
not going to get worse for 2 months here.
Anytime the weather drops below 70, I'm angry.
It's barely snowed here in years, honestly.
It's
I mean,
been
once,
much tamer than it
twice,
has
Fuck
been. No,
New York and
Steve,
fuck
you're not,
winter.
Steve. Joe, you're not wrong. The winter has tamed itself over the last 5 or 6 years.
Thank God for
Everything
global
has
warming.
shifted maybe 6 weeks, so it's still cold into
March,
May here.
yeah.
All the way into May, it's still kind of cold here, but we don't get crazy 4 fucking feet of snow like we used to when we were kids in the 90s, right, Joe? Remember like not being able to leave your fucking house?
Oh, snow drift.
Yeah,
up your
yeah.
whole
When we
door.
were younger,
Yeah.
for
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Definitely.
Adam Hall, welcome aboard, buddy. First
But it ain't
time,
like that no
first
more.
time watching.
But we're going down to Florida in a week and a half for FYA Fest. We're playing with Mind Force. We're playing with Nails is the next day. A lot of great bands. My other band, Missing Link. I don't know if you guys know about this or not. I have another band. It's called Missing Link. We're playing. There's a band between us, thank God, so I can rest and change my shirt.
You better fucking keep. If your energy drops to 104 when you play with us, you're out.
Not
He's got another. He's got another band. He's got another band too.
As weird as this is, as much of it as I've done and accomplished and things and played shows and traveled and experiences, I've never done double duty.
Well, you're
I've
gonna
never
find
played
out.
2 bands in one day.
You're gonna find
until
out.
today.
Hey, Jay,
I've
look.
done 2 shows in one day. I played, with Howard Morris twice in a day. I played Missing Link twice in a day in Chicago. 2 sold-out shows. But I've never done 2 different bands in a row, ever in my life.
I did in college. That's
Shane Embry, dude, doing triple duty
Great.
on.
I was gonna say, I know
triple
something
duty.
with
Dude,
Which
legend.
area?
Dude, I don't
Napalm
know.
Death, obviously.
Yeah, Napalm
What's
Death.
the third? I know the
I
third
feel
one.
like he's done shows with Lockup. We've done festivals
Lockup.
where Lockup
Sure.
played, and he,
And,
he might have had 4 gigs that day.
Adam
Honestly,
Jarvis on drums, maybe, for Lockup.
man, so long ago, I can't remember. Too many
Giant
shows. It's hard to
tequila
remember
before I
them
have to go to work.
welcome, Jay Lowe. I see that Jerry. I see Jerry's watching. Jerry commented in. Love you, baby. Hey, buy that dart. All right. Give him 15 cash. Buy the fucking dart. You and I will work on it. It'll be good. So buy it. Anyway, how to give Jerry some. Jerry and I were talking about this really nice Dodge Dart 440. Oh, nice car. Anyway, yeah, we can't wait. Hey, Kyle, we can't wait to get out over to England either. I love
yes,
the
we
UK.
No, when it's not cold and rainy.
When is that?
I actually love London.
I love
London's great.
First,
We'll be back in Manchester this summer.
Manchester
We'll be
in
back
July.
We'll be back in Man City.
Man City.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And I'm going to get first thing when we land, bangers and mash. So I'm doing that.
The UK has a phenomenal like doner kebab scene too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
maybe
donor.
the best doner I ever had was in London, in Camden, right across from the Doc Martens store. And I was just telling my girlfriend about this the other day. Every bite, it was so fucking spicy, but it was so delicious. Every bite was actually almost making me cry.
Killing me.
Like it was actually almost
I'm
making
so
me like, but I was so hungry and it was so delicious. Shout out London. Shout out London's nightlife food scene.
Oh yeah, but I will always pass on the blood sausage. You know what I mean?
No, blood sausage is no good. It's just evil. Oh my God! My father used to love blood sausage, rice pudding, like all the full English breakfast and all that. Because
Yeah, I can't do the.
his mother was
Only on the boat. Only when you're on the boat. You know what I mean? Because you either stay in the belly of the beast, which is I think it's illegal. You're not supposed to do it. But if that thing goes under and you're underneath there, I mean, it's over.
Good luck.
Yeah. So I mean, and I've done ones where I'm
You might as well
hungover.
go out eating.
I've done ones
mushrooms.
I've done one where I'm hungover
Yeah,
and I just sleep it. You know, you wake up when you get there, and I mean, they shut all the power off and you're locked.
No, listen, we've been
you're
on
locked
that,
in the bus. It's
we've
not.
been on that. So we're talking about the ferry from France to the UK or vice versa.
But you go up and get the breakfast because.
Hey Tammy, how you doing?
You get a free ticket to get your buffet breakfast, and if you guys ever had a full English breakfast, you know what it comes with. One time we're on the boat, and I'm with former internal bleeding bass player Jay Liff. And we're waiting online with our tickets and our tray, waiting for our breakfast.
Oh, that boat. I was thinking the other boat. Sorry.
No, not the Death Metal Cruise.
Yeah, okay. This is a great story. This is a great
We're
story.
talking about the ferry from UK to France to mainland. And we're waiting for our food. And they got the fucking tray with the mushrooms, the tray with the fucking
Bacon, the beans.
the rashers or whatever it is, the bacon, or whatever they call it over there, the fucking beans, the tomatoes, and the fucking big tray with the fucking scrambled eggs on it. And they're a little watery looking, I gotta say, but it's a buffet, you're not expecting fucking, whatever. It's like hotel food. And there's a fella in front of us, kind of looks like Fraser Crane, fucking half balding, fucking curly in the back, fucking, tucked in shirt, fucking collared, fucking, shirt, fucking Dockers pants on. Looks over at me and Jay, looks back at the eggs, takes out of his pocket, oh my God, takes out of his pocket a food thermometer. By the way, this man does not work there. He is online. He is a patron like the rest of us.
It was the greatest.
Takes a food thermometer out of his pocket, dips it into the chafing dish of scrambled eggs.
The eggs,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Waits for it to read, looks back at us and goes, I'd be a bit dubious about these.
Dude, the guy whipped out a thermometer out of his fucking pocket.
Oh man.
It's unfucking real.
So I skipped on the eggs.
Saved himself about a salmonella.
Oh, yeah. Somebody asked if we're ever going to play in Nebraska.
We did, and me and Steve.
Oh, that's
fought a
the
local
drum.
band.
Wasn't that with the drums? All right, so we did a player show in Nebraska. It was actually a pretty good show.
It was great.
But
It was a great show.
the opening band played their set.
Local band, whoever it
Local
was.
band, we don't remember the name. They played their set, and the guitarist, the bassist, everybody packed up. The drummer left his drums on the stage.
No, like right in front of them.
Right in front of the stage, right like in the pit area or whatever. So I made an announcement. Pick up your drums.
Yeah, we got a drum.
I look over at Steve, and steam and smoke are coming out of Steve's ears. And he gets on the mic. He's like, "You've got 2 minutes to get rid of your drums."
Or they're going in the pit.
2 minutes later, Steve said, "Move your drums," and then he body slams
Like it takes every single piece and just throws each piece across the venue.
Oh man.
Well,
Then
you know
these guys
what?
come out stomping. Hey, what the heck? Then me and Steve took care of the fucking band outside.
Oh boy.
You know how they talk about, like, they make the jokes about local bands?
local bands.
That is like the most local band shit ever. You get off. Our first tour we ever did was with 6 Feet Under and Immolation, and we had a tour manager named Big Daddy. Do you know Big Daddy?
I know Big Daddy. Hell yeah.
He fucking trained me. He trained me on how to fucking do shit. He's like, you got a 30-minute set. That means you play for 29 minutes, and that 1 minute is when you get everything off the stage. If you're fucking 2 seconds late, I'm going to throw you off the fucking stage.
Big Daddy is a legendary
He's the
tech dude.
and he's the nicest guy in the world, but
guy.
he doesn't take any fucking shit.
if you ever saw Andrew WK when they played Saturday Night Live, it was actually maybe a year before I worked for Obituary, and I happened to be watching it, and he's got his Obituary shirt on, and he gets right up in front of the camera, like right at the end after the song's over, and he's like, oh, Obituary, you know, and he's got this huge beard, and I'm thinking, who is this guy with this huge beard with this Obituary shirt? And then literally a year later, I'm crew with this guy, and I met him, and he's awesome. You know,
That's cool as fuck.
He worked for Obituary, and he worked for Slipknot after that. And
I fucking I met DT when I was a kid, man. I loved Obituary, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm going to Ozfest or whatever as a kid, and I brought Cause of Death, like the sleeve to the album with me, like in my pocket, just in case. I was like, yo, if they do a meet and greet with Andrew WK, I only want to meet DT and get a sign. And he did. And I saw the guitar player dude, whatever the band, the guitar player from Andrew WK, tall dude, long hair, beard, Hawaiian shirt dude.
Okay, yeah, Hawaiian shirt.
I was like, hey man, hey. So I'm walking through the crowd at Ozfest, you know. Hey man, I was like, Donald Tardy, the drummer. I was like, can you get him to sign this for me? He was like, yo. He was like, come with me. And I'm a kid. I'm a fucking 14-year-old kid or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
And he was just like walking me past every security guard.
Yeah, he escorted you right back
threw
there.
down to the buses, walked me up to the bus. He's like, let me wake him up. It was cool as fuck. Brought fucking DT right down, fucking signed all my shit. Cool as fuck. Years later, friends with the guys through Joe and everything now. But it was like one of those moments where I was just like, wow.
Dude, they're great dudes.
Obituary are the coolest fucking dudes.
Yes.
Is the moral of the story.
Dude, when remember the show? What show? It was like Obituary Carcass. Remember? And they took my lighter, and you were yelling at the security guard. You're like, I'm in the business. Can he have his lighter back? Remember that show? Whatever.
Did it
the
work?
guy.
Did we get it
No,
back?
it didn't. We didn't get it back.
But
So anyway.
Good try.
But speaking of Obituary, you know, I forgot what show it was in the city. You were there, I think. And I went up all the stairs at the place where it was, and fucking Trevor. I haven't seen Trevor in years. Fucking, yo, bro, what's up? He gave me a big hug and everything. I'm like,
I'm trying to think where that.
those guys are so fucking cool.
Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, it was Hammerstein.
oh yeah, that was fun.
Those
That
guys.
was on a Monomar tour.
Yes.
Oh wait,
yeah.
all right. Somebody's asking for here, Ben. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty sick looking, dude.
Is it?
I don't know. Andrew Brown, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the Metal Fest show. Thanks to everybody who joined us. I'm trying to answer. I want to give a shout out to somebody who's watching. His name is Mike Caputo. Jingles, the man.
Hell yeah.
Love that fucking kid.
Guy rips.
Honestly, one of the best fucking drummers in the entire death metal game.
Didn't he fill in? He did a tour with you.
Yes,
right?
I was just about to say. So, our drummer Kyle couldn't do a big tour with us with Deicide, and Mike Caputo. I asked him. He's a Long Island boy. He lives in Texas now. We asked him. I said, "Yo, can you play this? You know, do this set tour with us and stuff?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah! Give me some recordings. I'll get it down. Give me like 2 weeks." Like 7 seconds later, he's like, "Okay."
Oh no, he literally had every song.
He's like, "Watch this." He's like, "Watch this video. Tell me if this is good." Nailed everything. Yeah. And we went on tour, and we had a great fucking time.
He played the song so good that there were times where I'd be excited. I'd play something fast, like a part where I'd and then and he'd be like, so he'd just be looking at me dead, like he'd be like, because he determines the tempo, and he'd just be like.
Oh, pistol. Yeah, he didn't know the ways of IB where we're constantly
He's so
changing
serious.
tempo.
He's so fucking good.
But Mike's also, for anybody who's got a band that needs a drummer for recording or whatever, Mike is a freelancer, so give him a call. I give him my highest endorsement.
Oh yeah.
Not only is he talented as fuck.
He was cool on the road too.
I was gonna say he's funny as fuck.
You go on the road with the dude, like I knew him through Facebook, I knew him through shows. I don't know him, and I'm about to spend a month in a fucking box with this guy in a van. You know what I mean? And I'm like, God, he might suck. He was cool as fuck. He was cool as fuck. Kept to himself, clean,
but pithy comments.
Tidy.
Pithy comments. He'd always have a pithy comment when we're all.
I have a pretty good vocabulary. Actually, not sure what that word means.
Pithy.
Yeah.
Like he'd say 3 words, and they were the perfect 3 words, right to the point, and fun.
Poignant, yeah, I like poignant better.
And his Bucky sleep pants all the time. I mean,
shout
out Bucky's.
Love you, Caputo. You're the man, Jingles. Yeah. And I nicknamed him Jingles because
he had a big thing of keys, right?
Because Mike Caputo's he's like 5 foot tall.
No, he's tall.
No, I know he's tall, but to everybody's 5 foot tall compared to me. But his keychain is like You ever see those janitors in school that had like 7,255 keys? That was Mike Caputo, and his keys would jingle all the time. So I called it and nicknamed them Jingles. That's right. Oh, look at this. There's a lot of people. Some people chimed in on Mike Caputo.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. Look, that was a great fucking tour.
Hell yeah.
Caputo, job well done from Yazzie.
Wow.
So
thank
don't
you.
say.
All right. I guess they did.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you guys, a lot of comments here. Let me see.
Yeah, catch up to him.
Timmy Becker, what's up, buddy? Love you, baby.
Timmy, when are you going to tattoo the Metallica logo on my forehead?
And when are you going to do a barracuda on my arm? Andy Sung, what's up, buddy? It must be snowing where you are. Ugh, terrible.
Hey, speaking of tours, when's Internal Bleeding going to take Without Remorse out on a tour, huh?
Chris doesn't like me to double up.
Nope.
Oh.
No. I've got
The Missing Link Eternal Bleeding FYA show is a one-time only.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm a jealous God, and I want everything. Listen, I love that you're in a bunch of bands, but I don't want you playing the same night IB's playing.
Check out Without Remorse.
Yeah, they're great.
I do have another band.
Absolutely.
My original band called Without Remorse. We're back after a very many long-year hiatus.
Dude, Execution Style, over 20 years old or 20 years old? Almost.
The album's the first album came out in 2007, but the band has been around since 2004.
I was going to say, yeah.
And so me and Matt Martins and the rest of the guys and Joe, we put together a bunch of new songs that we're eventually going to put out. I don't know in what form or medium or by what label or whoever, but the next few months you're going to hear some new Without Remorse songs. And I actually have witnesses this time to tell you that I'm not just bullshitting you online.
It's really good.
They're really happening, and I think they're pretty cool too. Thanks.
Yeah.
So-
Go. Sorry.
No, that's it. Without Remorse is back, and we're trying to do stuff too.
John Whitworth. Yeah, Kyle's the man, dude. He literally saved this band. That's
We're
all.
talking about Kyle Eddy now.
Kyle Eddy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Save the
That's
band.
great. He's
Save the
just-
fucking band.
So I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, obviously, you guys are watching. You guys know the history of our band. Kyle was supposed to fill in for Billy on a tour in 2017. Kyle had filled in for Billy previously in 2005 on the Onward to Mecca, the second Onward to Mecca cross-country tour. So Kyle had already been in the band at one point for 6 weeks, played 40-something shows with IB, and has had a history with the band. And we had a show coming up. We had a tour coming up with Vader in 2017 that Billy could not do because of engagements at work. So we racked our brains. Who could we ask? We asked, George from Dehumanized or whoever else, or Kevin Talley or whatever. And I'm like, what about that homeboy Kyle, man, from back in the day? He probably knows 10 Internal Bleeding songs on the drums.
Yep.
Let me hit him up on Facebook, I'm like, and Billy was like, oh, great. That kid was awesome. Let's try it. Let's see what he says. Hit Kyle up. I go, hey, man, I haven't talked to you in a while, but IB needs a drummer for a few weeks. Do you want to go on tour, play fucking, 15 shows, 18 shows, whatever it was, with Vader?
Vader, yeah.
Do you remember 10 songs, or something? And he's like, fuck, that's awesome. I would love to.
And this was a week before we left.
This is about a month.
Was
and
it a
half,
month?
Maybe 6 weeks before we left.
6 weeks? All right.
6 weeks before the tour was supposed to happen. And we're starting to get stuff together, and him and Billy are communicating back and forth, getting stuff together, going over set lists, going over changes, sending each other videos. And boom, Billy has his accident at work, and we lose him. And Kyle's there. The fucking next day at the funeral.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in the back.
Came all the way down. Kyle doesn't live close. Kyle lives 6 hours away from us. He was there at the funeral with us the next day.
Worst day of my fucking life.
Well, there's not a question about that.
It's my birthday, too.
Great. Forgot about that.
Brutal.
My fucking birthday. His funeral was on my birthday.
Yeah.
How fucked up is it? How fucked up, like, universally,
Yeah.
soul brother kind of thing, like, ugh.
Anyways, to wrap it up,
Oh,
though,
sorry.
Yeah.
That was a down note, but
Super
wrap it
tragic, dude.
up. Kyle really stepped up when it was time, and I knew within 3 or 4 shows of that tour that he was the guy to fucking to not replace Billy, but to join our band
and carry
be part
on.
of our family,
Yeah.
part of our family, and
He's-
carry on the legacy. And he became one of my best friends in the universe, and he did a great job on this fucking most recent album.
Oh my
Did a
God,
great
he
job
killed
on
it.
fucking on Corrupting Influence. He
Next level.
murdered this new album.
Yeah, next fucking
Super
level.
talented.
It's
Great
fucking
drummer.
insane. Kyle's the fucking man. Shout out Kyle Eddie.
Hell yeah,
Shout out
Kyle.
Billy. We miss
Shout
you
out
so
Billy.
much, dude.
R.I.P. baby. Love you.
But
Love
as far as
Billy.
new album and shit goes,
Love you guys, man.
Hell yeah.
Kyle killed it. I can't wait for you guys to hear this shit. We started writing this shit right as soon as we finished Corrupting Influence, 2017, 18. We were done with all that material. We started writing stuff.
In the
this
lab.
is
in
6
my
years
in my
of
office.
build up, whatever that was. During COVID, me and Chris locked down and we wrote a ton of material. We recorded a ton of material. We had a bunch of stuff that we thought was going to end up being whatever this album was going to be. And then when the smoke
Cleared
and the dust settled, we were left with one mission: defending the family's name. No, we listened back to some of the material, and it just fucking kind of stunk. It was kind of uninspired.
We tossed
maybe
a half
five
an album though.
full fucking songs, and I think 4 full songs, and then we took one and we kind of reworked it.
Yeah, but we saved a bunch of riffs.
Right.
But we tossed 4 songs.
It was for the best, and
Yeah.
it took another 2 or 3 years out of our lives. Like we're busy guys. Chris has a family and a full-time job. I have 2 jobs. I have 2 bands, 3 bands.
Yeah, if you wanna have a high cost of living, live in New York.
Right, we also live on Long Island.
Yeah, that's so fucking.
Oh.
And I'm not just gonna put an album out. Like I said, Chris and I can write a fucking song in fucking 8 minutes. It might suck ass though. So we really took our time. We fucking went back and we fine-tooth combed every
everything.
transition, every riff, every note, every squeal, every bendy, every fucking fill, every pattern of lyric, and I think we really came out with a fucking insane album that I can't wait for you guys to.
Yeah, it's great. And it's more aggressive, I think, than what you're used to from IB. But that being said, it is groovy as all fucking hell. But it's definitely more aggressive sounding.
Yeah.
You know, more bite, more aggression to it. But the grooves are insane. People are they're gonna want to grab a baseball bat and fucking hit people over the head. So I mean, you know, we are the band of slam, so we're just taking it to another level that everybody's gonna copy anyway. So fuck 'em. Love you, baby.
Love you too.
No, fuck it. I don't.
No,
give a
it's
fuck,
not even a question,
dude.
man.
It's not even. Come on.
The drinks are flowing now, so it is what it is. But
Right.
like, I mean, like, just be real. Just be honest with yourselves. If you know that Prevelis is the OG of this shit. There's not a fucking question. There's no other fucking band that even comes close. There's no other band that did it first, or in the way that you guys are thinking. Is him. It's him. That's all there is to it. And I'm saying this as an outsider. I would say this if I wasn't in the fucking band.
Oh, yeah.
This is the OG right here. This is the guy.
Larry says I'm ready to steal riffs. Larry's the man.
Yeah, what up, Larry?
Shout out
Jack Pipe.
Jack Pipe.
They're playing at AMH in a few weeks.
Long Island's
Jack
funnest
Pipe was
fucking
on my
band.
I
list.
think it's at AMH.live.
Are they?
They are.
Chris, what's up, dude? I'm smoking a good one, buddy.
Who do we got?
My friend Chris.
Fuck him!
No,
I'm
he's
just
from
kidding. I'm
Connecticut.
kidding.
Came all the way down to see us.
Connecticut. Yankees or Red Sox, though?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Chris, Yankees or Red Sox? Don't say Red Sox, or you're out. And if you say Mets, you're really out.
Oh boy.
I somehow hate the Mets more than the Red Sox, which is crazy.
All right. I want you. You've explained it to me. I want you to explain your hatred of the Mets.
Oh boy.
It's just like
Chris has Yankees, by the way.
the fucking establishment is so embarrassing.
No, it's getting better. I'm not a Mets
history is
fan,
so
dude.
embarrassing. All their fans are so sad and like.
Dude. I'm a Braves fan, so they're a division rival for me.
Sad.
And I like the Yankees less than the Mets. You know what I mean? Like,
They're fucking. They can never have the last laugh.
I'm a Jets
I can
fan.
never let them
How
have
do you
the
hate a
last
team
laugh.
that's
That sucks.
bad all the time? I mean, like, I feel bad for them.
My
That's
uncle,
terrible.
my uncle has been.
Yeah,
my
no.
uncle lives in Queens. Been a Met fan since they started. Even tried out for the Mets.
Oh, that's cool.
The Mets will lose 75-3, and it'll be like they had a good game. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about, Uncle Jimmy? They had a good game, 75-3. Yeah, they put 3 runs up in 1 inning. I'm like, all right, whatever. He's the eternal optimist. He's a Jet fan too.
Oh man,
Uncle
poor
Jimmy's
guy.
fucking-
He's a Jet fan.
Poor guy.
No, but even so, he's like
he like the Islanders too?
He's super positive. He'll be like, the Jets only fumbled 3 times this week.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, I want
Andrew Zamborski, all the way from the Midwest, says fuck the Yanks. Well, guess what?
Yeah,
It
that's
is
right.
negative 8 degrees where you live, so enjoy that. I don't care what you think about the Yankees. No,
He's a
I'm kidding.
Pittsburgh. He's a Pittsburgh boy. at
Shout out
heart.
Andrew, though, one of our truest supporters.
Yeah, Andrew's the man. Love you, buddy.
Yo, over on baseball, I want to shout out my 2 baseball teams: Selden Oilers, Selden for life, and the and the Ducks. Man, those are my 2
Wait,
teams.
the Long Island Ducks?
No, we're not the Long Island Ducks, but my team is the Ducks. But 3-time defending champions. We actually
Wow.
Of
we've
what,
not-
the over 40 league?
yeah. No, that was 25 and up, but the other one's 18 and up. I just, I'm
Oh,
still trying
fast
to,
pitch Joey over
I'm trying to still ball with the kids, man.
fucking knee Cincotta over here.
2 knee surgeries in, I'm still rocking.
And a thumb surgery.
That was a rough one.
For the love of the game.
Oh yeah.
Jared,
Fire it up, baby.
that is not a fucking black and mild that he's lighting up. Okay?
That is a green and wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to shout out. All right, let's see. Trip Papers, man.
They're not a sponsor.
I love
They're
these.
not a sponsor.
No, well, I'm just saying.
Don't ever do that again.
Oh boy, I like them.
Sam
We might
Mansfield,
get
what's
flagged.
up, buddy?
We might get
How you
copyright
doing?
coverage.
JD Black Label Society got me using them. Awesome dude, awesome band.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna fight McCarthy as Mr. Med. Who said that? I almost took that
Oh, it's
serious,
Martins.
and then I fucking
It's
read who it
Martins.
was. I was just like,
That would be great.
What's up, Matt Martins? How you doing,
what's up,
buddy?
Matt?
just
How
as
you
Love you,
Mrs.
buddy.
Met and seduce him.
I'm gonna dress up. You know what? That deserves a chug of tequila.
Oh boy.
Oh no! How are you mixing that?
Oh, that's good tequila. I'm not gonna walk.
Chris Capozzi says, Chris McCarthy, I ran into one of your bros out riding up in Massachusetts on the Mohawk Trail.
I
Said
mentioned
he
this
recorded
to you.
one of your albums back in the day. He rides a Harley. Can't remember his name.
I mentioned this to
Who would
you.
ride a Harley? Dan Kenny? Does Dan Kenny have a motorcycle?
Whoa, yeah, he does.
Maybe Dan Kenny.
Dan Kenny, that'd be awesome. I love Dan Kenny. Dan Kenny
East-
just had a
East
kid.
Coast Dan
Congratulations.
Kenny, not Suicide Time.
No, yeah. The other Dan Kenny, as we call him.
Right. No, our Dan Kenny. The other Dan Kenny is the other Dan Kenny.
True. But congratulations, Dan. He just had a kid.
He did.
He did.
DK.
Hell yeah,
Amen.
DK. I love that kid.
Michael, I'm glad you enjoyed the show at AMH. Yeah, that show was sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad you came, man. Thanks for supporting us.
That was you know what? I gotta pull the gratitude thing since it's Christmas.
Hit me. Oh, I forgot this is the Christmas episode.
Yeah, so
Is it the Christmas one?
it's the Christmas one. Wait.
What does he got?
Cincotta's going all full Christmas, and then I'll go gratitude. Cincotta's.
Christmas episode.
Yeah, there we go, baby.
In the holiday spirit.
Simply.
Yeah, having a wonderful Christmas time.
These are for sale.
Wow, Joe, looking good. Back to XL.
Oh yeah.
You were 2X at one point.
Yeah.
Oh,
ready-
you might even be a large.
Get ready for the season. You know?
Nothing but chicken, right? Lean chicken, right, baby?
Chicken and vegetables.
Chicken and vegetables.
Whatever's on the Shake Shack app.
And tequila.
Well,
of
yeah.
course. Yeah.
Wow, looking good, Joe. By the way, guys, there's a few of the internal bleeding sweaters left. Christmas does happen every year, so if you want to buy one now, I'll send it to you for $30 shipped.
Contact Chris.
He'll bring it to you tonight if you order it right
I'll
now.
get in the sleigh and bring it to your ass.
Let me tell you,
Anywhere in the world.
I'm going to do one more shameless plug.
Hit me out.
If you guys like hot sauce,
But for real, this is the thing we're plugging today.
is IB hot
Internal
sauce.
bleeding hot sauce. Internal bleeding. Peril Hot Sauce presents.
Internal bleeding.
I was gonna say,
alien breed
Verde.
Verde.
Does it give you internal bleeding
It's,
or what? Is that hot?
Actually, no. This is
It's really fucking hot. It's really delicious.
yeah. It's tangy. It's spicy.
We have bottles. They are $15 plus shipping.
IBHotSauce.com. IBHotSauce.com.
IBHotSauce.com.
Come
So I'm
get
going to read
some.
you guys the ingredients list. We got green habaneros, serrano, jalapenos, poblano peppers, parsley infused with rice wine vinegar, lime juice, green onion, cactus, oregano, thyme, and good old xanthan gum, keeping this bad boy from spoiling.
You got to have the xanthan gum.
It is delicious. It's bright. Goes great on
Bright is a good word.
shrimp. Goes great on chicken. Goes great on rice, eggs, fish. What do you like it on?
I like it on just chicken. Chicken and rice. Like I'll make
chicken.
an arroz con pollo.
It's
And put
fucking
that-
great.
Yeah.
Even this, Put it on a plate, couple fucking with your fucking tortilla chips. Fucking delicious. ibhotsauce.com, guys. It is available. We will ship it out Monday.
I built that website, so just by the way, that's what I do for a living.
Shout out Peril Hot Sauce for working with us.
Yeah, they're great.
This is the second one. We're out of the red one.
Mm-hmm.
We're out of red.
Now the red one was scalding hot.
It was fucking insane, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because it's my band's hot sauce. They're made from scratch. They're small batch, but Steve, our singer, is a true hot sauce fanatic, and he worked directly with Peril.
Yeah.
On the ingredients, on the flavor profile, on the heat level. This is custom shit. This is literally made with our preference. The sauce is made
to our liking.
Well,
to Steve's liking.
Steve's liking, but it is our.
And Steve knows hot sauce.
It's our shit. This is something we actually made. We had a hand in making this.
So. Sam, I'm just going to answer your question. If there's any left, I think
I have a box at my house, and
we have one. We have 2 boxes left. So if there's any left by the time the Manchester show comes, we will bring it.
You could also pay for it now and reserve it.
The funny thing is, I like hot sauce, but it doesn't really like me. You know?
Hope the plumbing's good over there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What do we got, Chris?
There's so many comments.
I also have some other stuff. I want to talk about music.
Talk.
This hoodie's making me itchy. I haven't worn it in like a year and a half.
Take it off.
It's been on my fucking shelf. It's been on my hanging on the back of my door, and now my eyes and face are.
What is it as good as Frank's? Frank's sucks.
Frank who?
Frank's hot sauce.
No, it's tasty.
It's.
But like, there's such a giant world out there of delicious condiments and hot sauces in particular.
A lot of hot sauce.
That you should be looking into. Truly, it's fun, man. It's fun. There's a lot of people doing a lot of really great stuff. Queen Majesty from Long Island City, New York. Every sauce is great. Peril hot sauce, obviously great. Fractured, I believe they're from California. They're awesome. Lucky Dog, also from California.
Oh, Lucky Dog's
awesome.
really good, yeah. So we got a lot of. Oh God, man, that's a lot of smoke coming off that
Is
joint.
that some sort of pot machine?
I think I got a
I
contact
don't
high.
never smoked pot before. What's going to happen to me? How am I going to feel? Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
It only happens once in a while. Chris takes the joint once a year, once every.
Chris,
2
you doing
years.
the pot,
He'll
Chris?
take the joint out of my hands. We're in Montreal.
So let me tell you this story, Joe. Right. So we're playing in Montreal, right? We went to some show. I forgot the name of the band.
We went to see Sanction and Immure.
Right, Sanction and Muir, right? And Chris and everybody's hanging outside and they're smoking. I walk up, out of nowhere, grab the joint, and just
Did you Bill Clinton
and
it?
do
or
it.
did you
No,
actually
no,
do it?
I took 2 good hits. I got high.
Did not inhale.
I got high immediately.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm leaving. I went to the Greek restaurant down the street, got like 9 pounds of Greek
Yeah, you thought
rice
you were
and
home.
lamb. Went back to my apartment and just like sucked down all.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, this is why I don't get high, because all I do is eat 9 pounds of rice.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like a good time.
No,
it was.
really funny.
It was awesome. It was
So we're
awesome.
standing in a circle. Me, Kyle, Prevelis, maybe Ryan. And we're out front of whatever venue it is. Telus, maybe? MT Ellis.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Or something in
Yeah.
Montreal, right? It's fucking freezing.
And we had the best Airbnb.
And me and Kyle were smoking this fucking big joint that I rolled. And Prevelis takes it out of my hands and goes, hands it back to me. And over, me and Kyle are like, no. 5 minutes later, yeah, I see him in the fucking Greek place, the gyro place. He's just standing in line. I see him walk out with 4 styrofoam containers like this. And he walks back up the block, freezing cold, up the hill to our fucking.
But we had the best,
Airbnb.
dude. We had an Airbnb.
Sick fucking
It was
penthouse.
like $40 a night. It was a penthouse
Oh, that's
with like a
awesome.
7,000-inch TV.
Oh, yeah.
So I got in bed and I'm like, with all my rice and my lamb, and I'm just watching fucking Netflix. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Chris doesn't smoke weed too often, so it's funny when he does. All right, music. Did you listen to any music this year?
Listen to
Any
Black
new
Sabbath.
mu- I knew it. I knew he was going to fucking say
Black
Black Sabbath
Sabbath.
album 4?
Volume 4.
Volume 4. It's your favorite one? Did you listen to any new fucking music this year? Any new music? Did you work on any music?
Yeah,
that you like?
so
Hit me.
I don't listen to so much music because I listen.
Joe took notes on all the bands that Joe has worked with. I'm gonna hide.
Not
I
worked
appreciate
with, just right now. So I don't listen to a ton of music because I literally listen to music like 80 hours a week because this is what I do. But yeah, Zoth from Seattle. This is Ben.
We know them.
This is Ben that played in Warbringer. They're from Seattle, and they got this band Zoth, and Exogalactic is the record they just put out in November, and it's great. And they have a band Hyperstrike that they also all play in. That's a little lighter than Zoth, but they're great bands. They're great players, and my boy Eric Payne, Intoxicated. I'm working on a new record for
Where are
them.
they from?
So they're from Florida, and Eric, guitar techs for Obituary, and he played guitar in Andrew WK, and he's a great dude. And I've been on tour with him. And
Is he the tall guy with the Hawaiian shirt?
no, he's not. He's not that guy, but he's a great dude, and his band's great. And Intoxicated, so we're working on their new record. And
Okay.
yeah, I got Lockdown scheduled to come in March. I don't even know if you know about that.
The Lockdown?
Yeah, the Lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah,
Eric's Lockdown?
yeah, Eric's
Oh,
Lockdown.
brother.
Eric's got no pull.
My boy.
That Eric might.
Yeah, and of course I got Electrocutioner in there.
Oh,
and,
good band. From Jersey?
Yeah. No, they're
Or Staten Island or something?
yeah, so they're New York guys, and Tyler, my boy Tyler, has been playing drums in Prong, and he's been playing drums with these
Love
guys.
that kid.
Electrocutioner,
Good
great
kid.
band. And the last one to mention is Coronary Thrombosis.
Yeah,
My
hell
boy
yeah.
Bill Lamone.
My man, Bill.
Lamont,
Bill's the man.
Natty Death, really good shit. So we just started working on their stuff, and yeah.
All right, Joe.
Oh, my God.
Let me ask you, Joe.
Do you have the poker for this thing? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Chris is gonna go to bed early tonight for sure.
No,
I don't have the poker.
I got
You
a
have the
party
poker.
to go
Where's
to
the-
after this. Where's the screwdriver that I gave you?
All right.
No, I will be at 89
Continue,
North
continue.
tonight watching an 80s cover band.
How did
Arcadia,
you, Joe?
so-
How did you get into
Go ahead.
doing sound?
Yes.
Actually, I started recording first, and it was I wanted to just hear my band's songs besides at band practice. I mean, you're talking about like the late 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Go
I
ahead.
started with just like an 8-channel mixer into my computer.
My wife is joining the show.
Oh yeah. So I just
She's
started.
going to give Chris a poker.
I'd have my drums in 8 channels, and it would go to my
That's not
computer.
dirty. She means for the
Just
bong. He means
super
for the
simple, early digital recording, and then I opened my studio when I was 19, and I did Suffocation, Solstice, and I.
Did you learn on the fly? Is that how you did it? Did you go to school?
So
What did you do?
I went to college in Connecticut, but it was still reel to reel. So it was like when I was in college, Pro Tools was just.
That's
kind
my wife right there. Hi.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
bong. Thank you, Krista.
I gotta kiss everybody. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Hi, love.
Oh,
I have one more from you.
Okay. I was getting jealous at that. I needed an extra.
So reel to reel is cool, but it's very expensive, and most people aren't using reel to reel anymore. So I learned on that, but that became kind of obsolete in the regular studio game, now. So now I'm on Pro Tools Ultimate HDX, and it's great, But my teacher only taught us on the old school way, so I kind of like Solstice and I was actually still in college when I did that record. So I mean, that record probably sold more albums than my teacher sold in his lifetime.
Right. Yeah.
it actually sounds really good and still
yeah.
pretty up to date, man.
It's funny
I
to
would
hear
say
the
so,
old
too.
shit. It's crazy. I mean, I opened my studio with about $30,000, which is about $5 in the studio game. I mean, just that's where you start. And death metal budgets are not pop music
Nil?
budgets. Yeah, I mean, people.
Yeah,
that might-
there's not a lot of money in
That
it.
album
so-
might have my favorite Suffocation song,
Oh yeah.
Surgery of Impalement.
Yeah, Surgery and Impalement,
Also,
great
they
song.
thank Thug Squad in the booklet.
Oh, that's sick. And then of course, Internal Bleeding Onward to Mecca, was in 2003,
Yeah.
What is
2004.
2004.
What are you drinking?
Maybe we
there, Chris?
recorded it in
That looks
2003.
important. That looks expensive. Tell me about it.
Let me see this.
Real quick, before we interrupt your
Eagle
story.
Rare. It's good stuff.
How much does that bottle cost?
I'm not saying.
Oh, brother.
That tastes excellent. Right there. That was lovely.
I only
I
drink
can
good
only have
bourbon.
one of these because I have to go to work in a minute.
I have to go to a Christmas party
Kinda
after
hammered.
this.
I'm trying to maintain because I'm going out tonight as well. This is some day drinking, early Saturday shit right here.
What was I going to say? Would you say that, what if you had to pick, one of the most important tools in your arsenal,
Right now?
sound-wise? Is it EQ? Is it like a preamp? What is the most important thing that makes a good sound?
Multi-band compression.
Don't give away all the secrets.
No,
It's fine.
I'm sure it's not a secret, but I think people.
Multi-band compression is where it's at. I mean, I have multi-bands on everything, and then everything goes to groups, and those groups go to other groups.
Band. What
and
do you mean by
eventually to the
band?
master.
What do you mean? You mean by band? You mean frequency,
So
right?
it's like an EQ, but you're compressing frequency ranges instead of. You can also EQ them, but you're really compressing them differently. So like you find areas where it's not so good, and you like try to squash those spots out. This way, like for an example, if you have a chuggy guitar that's like jun jun jun, you want to comp the low end of it so that when you're doing those heavy chugs, it's not overbearing. And then when you play like a high riff, you want that low end in it, so it's letting the low end go through. So like multiband compression is super important, and I would say that's the most important plugin to have is a multiband compressor.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I don't know that existed in the analog days. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It was
Like
probably
that's
just a
probably
general compressor.
digital. Yeah, you had a compressor and an EQ, but having a multiband compressor is compressing different frequency ranges differently.
All right, and compression.
Compression is like-
explain what compression is.
All right, so if you set a ratio from 4 to 1, that means every 4 that you get louder, I'm only going to let you get 1 louder. So if all of a sudden it goes from 0 to 16, it's only going to go from 0 to 4. So it compresses it and evens it out, so there's not so many peaks, and it's more
Right. So compression was something like on an acoustic guitar that has wild variances in.
Definitely need a compressor on acoustic guitar.
It
Usually
evens
drums,
everything. Okay.
bass. I mean, really everything needs some type of compression, but you might set it at 2 to 1. You might go a little harder, 4 or 5 to 1 on something. Vocals need a lot of compression, certainly. You want all the really low parts to be brought up so it's right in your face,
Right.
It's about, music has no dynamics anymore, not metal. When you look at the wave file, it's a brick for metal, certainly.
Right.
It's the loudness wars.
I was going
Everyone
to say,
wants
what
be
is
louder?
Right. So what is that still a thing?
It's a thing, and sometimes the loudest records, a way to get it really loud is cut low end off. So how much low end do you want to sacrifice? Like for internal bleeding, I feel like
Never.
not that much.
Never.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Never sacrifice
maybe an
low
internal
end.
bleeding
Never.
record would be a hair not.
But you can
as
take
loud.
all the mids.
I think when we did
Take 'em all.
corrupting influence, I said don't compress the shit out of it because I want the bass register.
You want the low end, yeah.
Right.
So you could really squash and you can get rid of some of the low end to make it really loud. But I mean, a band like Internal Bleeding, like
you wouldn't need that thump in the speakers.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You totally want it. I know. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. No, I remember we talked about that, and I think I don't think a lot of engineers or producers understand that. They just squash everything and make it as loud as possible,
Yeah.
and don't fine tune to the band.
Yeah.
Right?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'm not an expert, but like.
No, but you're
No, but I have an idea.
You're an engineer now.
No, I'm an engineer now.
I'm the helpline.
Yeah, right. I plug the guitars in. I'm like, Joe, is this okay? So anyway,
Shout out to Mark Prater, who sets all the Obituary stuff up with those guys all the time, because I've mixed the last few Obituary things, but Mark Prater is the man, and he works at Morrisound Recording Studios, which is legendary, and we mixed the Obituary Atmos mixes with Jim Morris in Morrisound, which was
Wait, you got to go there?
I got to go there. It was so
Fucking awesome.
so sick. And Jim also came out when we played Tampa. We played the arena. I think it's USF, or I'm probably saying that wrong, but the
I
like
took a
college
piece of
arena.
wood from the original sign. Like I went there just to go
Oh,
look
did
at
you
the
really?
building.
Oh, killer!
When I was there on a trip
Dude.
one time in Tampa, and I took a little, like a piece of like a toothpick
That's sick.
piece of the old sign.
Yeah.
It was like rotting away out front,
Very cool. I've met Jim and Scott Burns.
For
I
those
met a
of you
couple
that
times.
don't know.
Awesome dudes.
The most legendary death metal recording studio.
Oh
of all
yeah,
time.
for sure. More
So
sound.
I have a cool Scott Burns story.
Yeah.
They released a book on Scott Burns' career.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know, bazillion points put it out, I believe.
But I was not happy with the way Voracious Contempt came out.
It's true, you're in it. You're in the book.
Not happy at all. But it wasn't Scott Burns' fault. And I met Scott Burns in Philadelphia at the Beer and Metal Fest.
Yep.
And him and I had a great talk. I was like, dude, you fucked up our whole fucking album, but it's not your fault. And we had a good conversation. He's like, I didn't get any input, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I tried to give input, and the label wouldn't let us do it.
Really?
But yeah, oh yeah. Great. But Scott, what a great guy.
What year was
dude.
this?
Way before his time with what he's doing. I mean, real innovative. Really
Yeah.
very innovative.
You read the stories of how they did the triggering.
What
back
year is
then?
all this,
Oh,
though?
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
happening in what, 95?
I talked to Bones
And like
about
you're
it.
trying to do this over the phone and explain shit without,
But I wasn't even allowed to. The label wouldn't even let us.
they fly you there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And one of the songs on that album is so fucking wrong. It's not even funny.
We're talking about Ray 1610.
Right. It's just the editing on Epoch of Barbarity is so bad. It's nothing like the way we wrote it.
Interesting.
And Scott didn't know. He didn't get any input, and we weren't allowed to give input. Fucking
Brutal.
pissed me off.
Brutal.
Whatever. It just sucks.
I love you, Scott.
Oh, Scott! No, Scott's the man. I told him. I told him. I was like, I told him. I said,
Let's go Rays.
we had a good conversation. I said it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
And I was like, a lot of people do like the album for its really gritty sound, but
And the songs are great, regardless of what.
well,
sure.
that's it.
Also, this video is making me very itchy. I'm sorry, guys. It's got to go.
Joe Cincotta's got a question from a fan. Here it is. Hey, Joe. As a music producer / engineer, what's your thought on software like TuneTrack's Emix 3? Is it good for beginners or just a waste of money?
I haven't used Emix 3, but I will tell you that I use Superior Drummer 3, and I have all of their drum kits, and it's great. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. So I can't advise you on that, but I can tell you that Superior Drummer 3 works fantastic, and I love it. I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, Easy Mix. I guess
I don't know.
I've never looked at Easy Mix. I think it has presets, so it's a little easier to be like, tell them what you want. You know, you just tell them, I think that you want like a metal kick or a death metal kind of bass drum, and it has like a presets maybe. But I mean, I just do it, so I never went into the presets.
Right. I have a mastering program called Ozone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and it has presets, and I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I'm just learning.
No, it helps, yeah, for sure. Even
that the presets have completely. I take a demo song and I give it a Chris, and he'd be like, and then I'd run it through Ozone. He'd be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yep. It's true.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I
But
just
you could tweak it.
pick a preset.
The great thing is you have the presets and you listen to 20 of them and you say, you know what, I really like this one, and then you start messing around with you know the different stuff that they have to adjust it. Yeah, whatever they have on there, and you're like, and you can really dial it in. But yeah, it works good to use the presets for sure.
What is the hardest when mastering? What is the hardest challenge? Is it trying to get it to sound good across the entire spectrum? Headphones, car.
Yeah, I mean that's always a challenge, and that's like live sound. I enjoy that everyone's listening to it on the same
same medium.
I'm standing in the same room.
Right.
Of course, yeah, trying to make it sound the same, and a lot of that's in mastering for sure.
Yeah.
So
it's a mastering is a real art.
It's definitely an art, and I mean I produce and I mix records and I do master records because for a lot of local bands or you don't have a big budget, I mean I'm happy to master it, and I'm not bad at it, but I mean. You know, you have a big budget and you have money.
And there's some guys who just completely
do master. Yeah, they specialize. I mean, always those are the guys. I mean, you know.
But why?
Vinyl master, I have no idea what that is. So
it's completely different.
Yeah,
right?
It's a different thing, and I would have no idea how to master for vinyl. So that's always like you have to have it. If you're trying to put a vinyl record out, I would tell the band to like have someone master it for vinyl. Yeah.
Well, because the vinyl has a lot of bleed through on the bass and this and that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a different thing.
Right, different medium.
Maybe you don't want it so squashed, or I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see what else. New album, that's awesome. Been a fan since the beginning. Thank you, Troy. God, we got a lot of comments, man. I can't keep up with it. J-Lo says I couldn't. Jay, Voracious sounded completely different.
What's Jerry's comment? I can't see.
Jay was like, I can't imagine Voracious sounding a different way, and
I agree. There's a charm to it. There is a charm to it. So
you should hear the original mix.
Appears from within, or it's not as full as blah blah blah, or it's not. It has its charm to it. Just like the Misfits albums don't fucking sound good.
I just know that we were crestfallen.
The songs are great. The approach is great. You know, like, and then the weird recording has its charm to it, you know?
Yeah. We recorded that album. That was the same album that Billy Joel recorded most of his albums in.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Cove City Studios.
Joe's taking a selfie in the middle of...
Why is Joe...
So what do we got, guys? What are you guys doing for Christmas, man?
Cove City's killing.
Hit me. What was your guys' favorite... Holy shit. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Paul.
That's what
Paul Dove asks, Big Cross, that's me. Where's your burger? My brother.
Oh shit!
Did you think I don't come prepared?
I hit Shake Shack on the way here just for the occasion.
So I forgot that Joe was actually coming. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're all good.
Joe can have my burger.
So I got a hamburger for Chris, onion only. Double cheeseburger for your boy.
Oh shit! Where's that from?
Oh, look.
Box
From
Burger.
Burger City
Oh, Burger City.
Oh, look, it's an ice cube.
in Hempstead, New
What
York.
the fuck?
Maybe the best burger
Is it?
on Long Island, as far as like a fast
Split it
food
with me?
goes.
No, eat
But
it,
Paul,
please.
love you,
Please.
brother.
Onions only.
Shout out Missing Link, Paul from Missing Link. Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the burger.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, I got a season to prepare.
I'm gonna eat my burger later. Honestly, I fucking ate. I had chicken.
I got a season to prepare for. I'm taking my calories and alcohol.
I just ain't no way he just happens to have a burger. Of course I do, motherfucker. Freddie, appreciate all your support too, man. Thanks for supporting all my bands and stuff, dude. I appreciate it. I see you out there, homie. I appreciate you coming to Long Island with your pops and checking out the IB Mortician gig.
That's a good burger.
It's really good. It's like All American, but it's a little sturdier, not as greasy.
Onions are really good.
But yeah, the veggie, like the ratio of everything is really, really good.
I like that boxcar burger right there in
Boxcar's
Ronkonkoma.
pretty good,
Pretty
too.
good, pretty good.
Where's Boxcar?
By the Ronkonkoma train station.
Fuck that.
Is this place close?
I don't really
This
want
is it.
Boxcar.
This is by the Coliseum.
Oh
My girlfriend's
That
father
is not
lives
close.
out in, Uniondale or whatever, East Meadow.
And 30 miles in Long Island is like, could be 4 hours.
So I was like, on the way back, what should I get? And I forgot that you were going to be here, Joe. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good.
You want to split this one in half?
No. I was just saying, I'm trying to get in baseball shape, so my only calories are alcohol right now.
I don't think there's any in tequila.
I'm going to go with no. No, there is.
I'm
There's
also fucking hammered. I have
Yeah.
to stay in the house for like an hour or two before I go to work, Chris.
Fuck it.
It's 4 o'clock already? Not good.
Drink.
Oh, what are you guys doing for the holidays out there, man? I know I got some nice plans coming up the next few days and stuff.
What are you doing?
Amityville Music Hall has been awesome. The Incendiary Missing Link show was awesome.
yeah.
That was the highlight of the holiday season.
I love
as far as,
Incendiary. Yo, Crusades, right here.
Joe recorded their first big popular album. That's true.
Sick. I love those guys.
Yeah,
I know
they
Dan
went
Lamelian. Dan Lamelian and I went to high school together.
They went on to some
And I've known
serious
Dan
heights.
forever. Yeah, awesome. Actually, my home that I live in now, I bought from the singer's in-laws. Isn't that funny? We're sitting there at the closing, and I'm like, oh, I got a recording studio. And they're like, oh, our son-in-law is in a band. I'm like, oh, what's his band? And they're like, Incendiary. I'm like, really? I thought that was
God,
hilarious.
that's hilarious.
Small,
That's so
stupid
funny.
island that we live on, man.
Small world right here, Long Island. It's a very, I can almost touch the north and south shore.
Yeah, so some of those guys, man, they used to be in a fucking high school shitty band, and my high school shitty band used to play right here. So we're here in Center Reach, New York, right on the other side of these houses is the bowling alley, and right on the other side of the bowling alley is Castle Golf. It's called Tiki Golf.
I played Castle
Yeah.
Golf. I played
Tiki,
Castle
yeah,
Golf.
yeah.
Hell
It used
yeah.
to be called Castle Golf, and they used to let shitty high school bands on Friday nights set up
Oh, it
and
was
play
sick.
and sell the place out
It was
in front of
sick.
the fucking skee ball machines.
It was sick.
And my shitty high school band and the guys that are Incendiary, especially Brian's high school band, we used to play together. And I've known those guys
Oh,
since we were
Brian
about 14,
Audley.
15
Shout out to
years old.
Brian Audley. I love
And,
that dude.
we're still doing it today, man. Still making a fucking difference in the fucking scene that we love. Still relevant in the scene that we love. It's a true blessing. And to be able to see those guys, I run into those dudes in Europe. I run into them in fucking Oklahoma. It's so fucking cool,
Straight
man.
from the Path is another band back from the
They're
dead.
still
Oh, I
doing it, man.
remember
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
sure.
doing well. I
They're
did
not
5
exactly in
albums.
the same
dude.
circle as the stuff that
No, definitely
Toe
not.
Bleeding or Missing Link does.
No,
or
but they're
whatever.
just our homies from when we were kids.
But
You know
they're
what I mean?
still doing it for sure, man. So it's pretty cool, man. From right here, from fucking Selden, from Center Reach, you know. I grew up in East Islip, but I fucking made my real foundation in Center Reach and Selden. This is where none of the above
Yeah, but-
records was.
Yeah,
Boomer Esiason grew up in your home.
Boomer
That's,
Esiason,
he's
yeah.
also the reason I'll never be the most famous person from East Islip.
I always say
I love you, Boomer. Yeah.
Fuck him.
Chris is always like when we're talking about town. Boomer Esiason grew up.
Every time I land in
Him.
every time I land in Islip and I see his picture hanging up in Islip Airport.
Oh yeah.
He's the reason I'll never be the most famous person from East Islip.
Yeah. Damn straight.
Mike Randall is back.
Oh,
Mike,
Mike,
Randall,
man,
are
I
we allowed
hope
to
you're
talk
doing
about
all
it?
right, man.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I just hope you're doing all right, man.
Yeah, love you, Mike.
Love you, Mike. Yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother.
Hope you're okay, man.
Get well soon, brother.
Don't smoke on Newport right now. Mike told me the other day, he's like, I don't have an urge for drinking coffee. I'm like, dude, you're Mike Randall. You have to have a cup of coffee in your hand. I don't know how I'm going to process life without Mike having a cup of coffee in his hand. Crazy. Whatever. Spencer, I actually use for demoing, I use Easy Drummer Drum Kit from Hell for
Yeah.
demoing.
Oh, hell yeah. That's old school. I definitely know the drum kit from hell.
And I write all the drum.
It's got the drag and drop beats, too.
Right.
So,
Chris
yeah.
and I will be sitting there, we'll be demoing something. And Chris is like, can you put a snare here? And I'm like, yeah, sure, watch this. And I'll
Yeah,
just put a
that's
snare
great.
there.
Yeah.
It actually really helps.
It's a great tool for writing, for sure.
It's a tool for writing.
Or for recording and mixing.
And it sounds great.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like it.
For sure.
I got you something for Christmas.
Oh!
You said you got me something?
We're drinking.
Oh, it's the giant bottle of tequila?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Hopefully we don't finish
I'm
it before.
enjoying it as we speak.
Yeah, hopefully we don't finish it before Christmas.
Well, this is for you and the kids, sort of.
Oh, no. I got it.
And then for me, sort of, too.
You actually wrapped it? No, Rachel.
Nah,
wrapped
Rachel.
it. I give you a whole bottle of tequila and you wrap it. Chris is like, do you want me to put a nice Christmas bag on the thing?
You guys have
And
done plenty for me.
I'm like, no, I'll just give the bottle to Chris. And then you wrap it.
And now I'm enjoying it. So,
Oh, hell yeah! Assassin's Creed.
so I got you guys Magic the Gathering Starter Kit,
Oh, that's so fun.
Assassin's Creed Edition, for you and the boys. I know your
nice.
oldest son is super into video games.
Yeah. He'll love
And he's
this.
super into strategy, and he's super smart. And this is a way for you guys to be able to just immediately start playing.
Awesome.
It's also video game related, and it's a lot of fucking fun. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but quicker, faster, immediate satisfaction.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you
And
so
I'll teach
much.
you guys too if you guys want. But I think
Thank
it's really cool. Merry Christmas!
Merry
Thanks for
Christmas.
doing nice stuff for me. Thanks for getting me in a cool band,
Wow.
and
That's questionable.
thanks for ruining my life with death metal instead of me working at a steakhouse or a hotel somewhere.
Hell yeah.
If you had to work at a steakhouse, what steakhouse would you work
Probably
at?
like Blackstone or something.
You wouldn't work at Peter Luger?
I was going to say
Something
Peter
like,
Ruger's,
you know,
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, just for sheer where I live at the moment, you know.
Like you could be a.
He's got steaks in his pockets when he's walking out of work.
No, but if he works at Peter Luger, you'd be like the obnoxious fucking. You know, they're all the waiters there are obnoxious.
Yeah, I get executed out in front of Sparks.
Castellano style. All right, Joe. When you going on a tour next?
The next thing is that Danzig Down tour, and then that Misfit show, and then they haven't announced it yet, but you know, Obituary's got some stuff coming up in the works, so we will be out again soon, as they always are. But I'll be on their next tour, so
Great.
I think they're announcing it maybe in a week or two. But looking forward to that, of course. Love those guys.
Yeah,
Always-
they're great.
Always a good time.
They're fun guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked for them for 20 years now, long
Wow.
time.
They are cool as fuck.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
They're the best.
They're
dude.
good guys, dude. They've always shown me mad respect since I was a kid, like trying to get an autograph, to all the way now where I'm like opening up for them and like playing shows with them, and we're doing weekends with them and Hatebreed and stuff, and I'm on like the peer level with it. They are so cool and they're so nice to me and they're so respectful and they're so cool as fuck.
I see
And
the
it's so
other
nice
bands.
to be-
I see the other bands that we tour with constantly wearing
Perfect.
Obituary shirts, and that's a credit to that how cool they are and how much bands go on tour with them and are like,
sure, for
those
sure.
guys rule, because a lot of our friends out, you know, in our group of, you know, death metal, metalheads, hardcore people.
Right.
I see a lot of Obituary shirts, hats out there from you know, a lot of people, which is always awesome. And I also see them wearing even a lot of Terry stuff, which Terry Butler is like one of the hardest working guys in death metal. I mean,
Never
that guy,
stops.
I have their calendar on my.
He's always on tour.
We
dude.
have a
Yeah.
shared calendar, so I always see all the Terry tours. I'm like, man, this guy is like, he's getting it done. I mean, he's out a lot, dude. The Left to Die stuff, you know,
Never stops, dude. He's still got his hair.
Inhuman Condition, the Obituary stuff. So I mean, he's out there
Still got
working.
all his
Yeah,
hair,
good
too.
for him,
And
man.
he's got all his hair. Yeah, awesome hair.
jealous.
Yeah, he's a great guy too. I love you, Terry.
Yeah, Terry's awesome.
Serious handshake, dude. One of those guys that give me a handshake and I'm like,
Oh yeah, he could throw you through a wall, but he's also the sweetest dude ever. You know, he's awesome. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's awesome. He was in 6 Feet Under when we
Oh
toured.
yeah.
And
Oh
he
yeah.
was-
I remember. I went to the show with Molly Blooms.
Oh, God.
You remember that, dude? That was
Fuck
so
yeah.
long
That-
ago, dude.
Yeah.
Molly Blooms, dude.
That was a fucking bar.
Smithtown.
I can't believe Chris Barnes played a bar.
Oh my god.
That was embarrassing. It was like 25 people there.
But that was Jerry era.
That was
and
Jerry.
Jerry
we
era, yeah.
fucked that pit up so good, dude. Me, Micah, Thug Squad, a bunch of kids, and we
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
wrecked
Thug
that
Squad,
room.
yeah.
We fucked that room up.
Let's see. Oh, my God. There's so many comments. I can't.
He can't see anymore because he's drunk.
No, not that. I'm just trying to see if there's any comments that we should reply to.
Fortunately, the party Chris is going to later is his neighbors, so he doesn't have to go very far.
I can stumble across the street and hang out with my neighbors. It should be fun.
Yeah.
Gonna eat like a pig.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So, what are you doing for Christmas? What are your Christmas plans?
For Christmas Eve, I'm going to my sister's house, and my
Do you
parents
like
will be
your
there.
sister?
Oh, I love my sister. Yeah,
All
of
right.
course.
Yeah, get into it on our dumb fucking TV show. Our dumb
I'm trying to, provoke
Podcast.
controversy.
Yeah.
No, you get along with your sister?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I get along with my sister too. I'm just asking. That's all.
Yeah, and then for Christmas, we're going to South Carolina to see my in-laws
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah?
awesome.
Yeah.
On Christmas Day?
on Christmas Day.
Brutal.
What are you flying?
No, we're driving. This
Oh,
way
that's
we can
not
just
bad. That's
leave
fun,
early
actually.
and drive. It's like
Nah, it's fun.
like 10 hours.
Hit
10 and a half
Wawa,
hours.
get fucking Waffle House.
Yeah.
Stop at south
Where,
of the border.
Carolina?
Yeah. South. Well,
Cookout.
it's right by Charlotte. It's right by
Cookout.
Charlotte.
How good is Cookout? You ever go to Cookout?
Well, I've heard of Cookout. I haven't been there. It's good.
Steve hates cookout, and it's like
Really?
He's such like a junk food connoisseur that it like blows my mind that he doesn't like it.
Was it barbecue? Just barbecue.
So it's a fast food place, but there's so many crazy options. You're just gonna lose your mind. It's cheap as fuck. It's great.
yeah, like you spend like $6 and you get like
Oh, that's great. I'm
Like,
into
hi,
that.
yeah, can I have a burger and fries? They're like, yeah. Would you also like 2 quesadillas for no reason for like 79 cents? They're like, yeah, okay.
I'll have to check it out. I'm surprised I haven't heard of that place.
cookout's
really good.
awesome.
Because
Ryan
Carolina
turned me on to cookout.
Because on tour, that's one of our favorite things. Is like we map out. We're like, yeah, we're
Have
gonna
you
eat.
guys
We're
ever
gonna
been to
eat
Cookout?
here. When
Tell
you
me about
travel,
Cookout.
food is great. So it's
I
like
think the most important part of touring is finding the best place to
the
eat.
best place to eat. You're gonna be in that place for one day, and you're like, I want to go to the best place. Like, was this on Diners, Drive-Throughs, and Drives?
That's
or whatever?
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is like, oh, there's
Diners, Dives, and Drive-Throughs.
Freddie Moe's burger joint
Right.
here in Peoria.
Right. That's
We
the
got to
thing.
go there. We have to go there.
It's worth it. Do the research. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Chris researches all our food options.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm saying we're here and go to Cookout.
Yeah.
Really? Somebody said that? Oh no, you said that.
Hey, Provellis or McCarthy, I see you guys are playing Awful Fest in the UK.
Awful.
Have you guys ever played Bloodstock? Would you consider? Of course, we've considered it. We don't get asked to play Cooler Fest. Holy shit!
You'd think somebody'd ask us, but they
We're
don't.
playing Awful Fest instead of Bloodstock.
Big fests, I don't know. Big fests don't want us for some reason.
They can't handle it.
We have too
They
much.
can't handle the truth.
Harold Burton, great question. Did you guys get any new? Did you guys get any new gear? Yes, my great friends Tony Rouser and the wonderful people at ESP sent me a beautiful E2 EX Explorer this year in Snow White, I believe is the color, with some Fishman Fluence pickups, which I've never used before, which I really like and I'm really enjoying. Yeah, they sent me a beautiful new guitar. So it was a true, wonderful moment in my life, and it's a cool, awesome piece of gear that I'm getting a lot of use out of. But shout out ESP Guitars. Yes, I got a beautiful new guitar this year from them.
Sick.
And I picked up an EVH 5150 50 watt.
It's the best amp.
And I got to tell you,
IB sounds better than ever because we have
That
we have
amp-
one on each side of the stage now.
50 fucking watts is louder than my fucking PV Invective 120, and it has more crunch and more gain, and it's more reliable. It's the best deal I ever got in an emergency. So we were on tour with Sango Cinnabog, and my head
Hell yeah.
Say it again.
That was pretty good.
Sangwasugabog?
Oh, okay.
He
okay.
practiced
Whatever.
that.
Whatever. Devin and the boys. How's that? We were on tour.
Ooh, now I'm cold.
We did a little tour with them, and see, I told you you'd get cold.
My hoodie's itchy.
And my head blew up. Ran to Guitar Center. I'm like, oh my God, I need something. And I found this used 5150 50 watt. The guy, looked up my credit card, my player's card or whatever it is, saw I was a good customer, gave me an amazing deal. I plugged that shit in and it just started peeling paint.
Yeah.
And I had the volume like on 2, and I'm like, this is a 50-watt amp?
Ripping.
Totally rips. Well-made product. That's the best gear I purchased in the last couple of years.
I got gear.
Oh, yeah.
So I recently bought a Pro Tools Ultimate HDX system and a Mac Studio, which just crushes, and a Neve 1073 OPX
Sick.
interface and preamp, and it's killer. It sounds great.
What makes Rupert Neve's stuff so good?
Did Without Remorse use that stuff?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh for
That's
sure.
like, it sounded
Oh
really
for
good.
sure. 100%. I mean, isn't it the standard? SSL and Neve, I think, are probably the standards of studios.
Is it like light years ahead of everybody else? And
It just sounds the best. It's the warmth, and now that's my interface, but it's also a preamp. So I'm plugging into that preamp, and it goes directly into Pro Tools. I mean, it sounds great. Sounds great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
that's
But yeah, that was a big upgrade, and the new stuff sounds great. I mean, it's light years ahead. It was a nice jump for me personally to be on a system that's this good, for sure.
I was listening to the unfinished Without Remorse stuff. No bass, no second vocals, no truly edited. And it sounds great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've been driving around listening to it a lot too. It's good.
what is your
Fucking wild.
what is your favorite part of the recording process?
Oh, definitely mixing. I mean, the rest of it's the busy work. Get through it all, track it all, make it as good as it could be, record it. I mean, that's cool, but obviously, just sitting there and mixing, I just want to mix, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably if my studio was huge, I would just have someone record all the stuff, and I would come in and just mix it. I do like hanging out, though. I mean, when you guys come to the studio,
we
I
always
come and
have
hang
fun.
out. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
of
sure.
course. No.
Yeah.
Do you hear things like when you're listening to something? Can you tell frequently? You like if you're listening to something, you're like, I got to take 5K out of
Oh,
this.
100%. Yeah.
How did you learn how to do that?
I just experienced. I've been doing it my whole life. I mean, more than half of my life. I've been recording since I was 15.
No,
now.
I know.
So,
It's
30 years of recording and doing a lot of shows. And I learned a lot from doing sound live and in the studio. You learn a lot from both sides of it.
I thought you were kissing me. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
There's definitely, you need to know different things to do those two jobs. Even though you're using similar equipment and the same microphones, it's a different thing. But it's good to know both, I think.
Okay.
I think we're going to wrap it up here in about 8 minutes, guys.
All right.
Pumped for the holidays this year. Another blessed year, man. I did a lot this year between Internal Bleeding and Missing Link and some Without Remorse stuff and being promoted as the manager over at Amityville Music Hall.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot going on, and it never stops, but I'm blessed by it all. And anybody that's come to the club, I'm really happy that you guys came to check it out. If you haven't yet, please come check it out.
It's awesome. They did such a good job.
It's
Very
really
cool.
fucking cool, and it's really important to not just me, but it's really important to Long Island that this club does well.
It's like the St. Vitus of Long Island, honestly. I feel like
there's even no St. Vitus now. So
I know there's no St.
It's
Vitus.
the spot
but yeah.
now. It's the spot, man. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm not just saying that because I work there and I run the spot. It is the spot right now. It always has been, but it really is at the moment.
An intimate spot to see great bands where you're like,
Yeah.
wow, that band's going to play this place. It's a great place, but definitely it'll be packed. You know what I mean?
It's kind of half and half. It's like halfway between a big venue and halfway between a small venue. And like you said, you could see a big band there.
But they'll pull those big bands because it's going to be sold out and the bar is going to do well and it's going to be worth
Right,
it.
they can
worth
handle
it
them
to do
with the
it.
sound system,
Right.
and we have a green room.
For
and,
sure.
Able to sell enough tickets to fucking facilitate it.
A big band, for sure.
And they redid the play how long ago? 6 months ago?
We started at the end of January earlier this year.
And the
we
bathroom
finished
still
in-
looks clein.
We finished in July.
It's always a plus.
It is. We played
We did our
that.
first show of July this year, and obviously we take pride in the cleanliness, and I do too. As far as it's my place, man. So it's literally an extension of me. So it's got to be clean. And I'm not a ball buster about. There was a leaf in the front hallway, and I don't bust my fucking staff about that. But I just try to keep it as clean as humanly possible because it means a lot to me.
Yeah, it
That
makes a
means I have to
difference.
go under the toilet and fucking scrub something.
So
It's
be
part
it.
of the thing
Right.
because I want to keep it fucking sick. The owners handed me the keys to a fucking brand new, beautiful fucking thing, and I'm going to keep it beautiful. And we have a lot of great shows coming up. AMH.live. We should have made a graphic.
Rachel
Drop the
actually
ball on that
posted
one
the
there.
link.
She did.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh,
Say hi to Louie.
Hi, Rachel.
That's very helpful.
We love
AMH.live. A lot of stuff coming up, guys. Frozen Eternal Bleeding. We got FYA in like a week and a half.
And then,
Orlando, Florida. Missing Link playing the same day. We got Missing Link in Las Vegas. The Link is coming to Vegas in February. Getting out of the cold for a couple days.
and then we got some 6 shows with
Then
fucking
Internal
Russia.
Bleeding
Yeah.
with All Shall Perish.
Oh, shit.
The first weekend in March.
Right. With a
2
February
shows.
28th show
February
in
28th
Albany.
upstate headliner.
Yep.
And then we got 2 shows with All Shall Perish. One in Massachusetts,
In New
the
Jersey.
Palladium, and then one in Jersey. And then we got a little
Palladium,
time
killer.
off again for a while with all the stuff, with all the projects for me at least. And then the album. We hand in the album this week. We talk about it every Christmas. We talked about it every smoke since we started this dumb fucking thing.
It's
The
coming
new
soon.
album, we've talked about it. You guys know the album title already. It's going to be called Set of Lost Scores. It comes out on Maggot Stomp Records.
Yes.
At some point in 2025, we literally hand it in this week. It gets mixed, mastered, the whole thing. Joe is our witness. He's working on it.
It's coming. And it's great.
We're so
Let's go.
pumped for you guys to fucking hear it. There were so
That,
many
you said
trials
you
and
guys suck when
tribulations.
we were
The literal world shut down at one point, and we're back, and we fixed this fucking album, and we're so pumped for you guys to hear it. And we're so blessed that you guys still like our stupid fucking band. And for some reason, we're more popular and relevant and busier than ever. And we're very blessed by that. And anything else to say?
Yeah,
Boss?
I was gonna say a while ago, we went into the whole, I was gonna go into the whole gratitude thing.
No, you weren't.
And we diverted into EQing and
Oh, boy.
This
but,
is totally clogged. This sucks ass. That's a bad way to end it.
sucks.
Here. There you go.
Oh God, these guys with their pot, I just can't handle it. Anyway,
Make stuff sound good.
I'm just grateful that all you guys are here and that we're still alive and still playing. And much thanks to you, Chris,
Oh, I love you, brother.
for being my riff partner.
There you go, Pop.
It's a blessing that I got to join one of my favorite bands of all time. And okay.
And Joe, thanks for always being
Cheers,
a good
man. I love you
friend.
guys. I love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Joe,
Great,
one
man.
of the first guys to put me onto the scene and believe in Without Remorse and believe in me
Oh,
and
yeah.
my friends and go, oh, these guys are actually doing something.
Yeah, awesome.
And you let me in. You and Bell let me in. Matt and the guys come and started kicking it with the Suffo guys, and they took us serious. And again, that's another reason, besides Jerry and the Hour to Mecca guys, that I'm even here today doing
Oh,
this.
yeah, man. Cheers, man.
And you're the best catcher over age 35.
Thanks, guys. That means the most to me.
I know it does. I know. Hey, listen, we love you guys.
Shout out Maggot Stomp
Yeah, Scott, are you
for
watching?
believing in us.
Yeah, thank you.
Giving us another fucking few years of life
Hell yeah.
before the boss hangs it up.
Is there a retirement plan?
Well, I am almost 60 and I'm still doing this shit, and I don't know why.
Shout out ESP Guitars. Shout out Dean.
Yep.
ESP
Chris Canella and the
ESP
boys
takes
at
care of me
Dean.
really nice.
Yeah, and Dean takes care of me. You want to shout somebody out? Anybody? Besides the Obituary boys, because we know you love them.
Yeah, I love the Suffolk guys. I mean, everyone, all our friends do the Suffolk dudes.
Yeah,
each
they're
guys.
all
Of course,
cool.
shout out
all the
fucking
Danzig
Without
guys,
Remorse
Misfits
brothers.
guys, the crews, all my crew homies.
Yeah, of
all my
course.
sound guy homies that I know everywhere. West,
All the fucking Misfits crew guys are awesome as fuck. Danzig
Johnny
crew guys are
Knobs,
Misfits crew.
everybody.
Cool
My
as
boy
fuck.
Kiss, dude.
Kiss
All
is the
us-
man. Shout out Hatebreed
Yeah.
again.
What is this, the Mafia?
No, all the
Johnny
Johnny
Knobs.
Knobs, I know. There's all the sound.
Hey, yo, it's Johnny Knobs is over here.
Shout out.
90%
shout
of the
out,
guys that mix metal and death metal are like the same dudes rotating around. Like, I've known a lot of these guys for 10, 20 years, and they're awesome. And Woody's another one. Man, Woody's fucking great.
Wait, Woody's
started
from
with Black-
Ohio?
Yeah, he started doing
Yeah,
Black Dahlia
yeah,
Murder.
Woody's the man.
Yeah, and he does Trivium. And I love those guys, and they're great. And I love kicking it with them, and they're my homies. And it's great to talk shop with your peers. And,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I got mad respect for all those guys.
Do you
They're
learn
great.
anything from
Of course. That's what we, talk shop, man. Learn from these guys. They're fucking great.
So what do you pound tequila and then
Pound tequila and learn shit. You can't. This is never ending. You can't know enough stuff, and it's cool to share with the other people that are that you work with, that are
Yeah,
your
yeah.
friends.
I get that all the time too, so I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Shout out my brothers in Missing Link. If you guys didn't listen to the album, Watch Me Bleed. It came out this year. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking great. Shout out those guys. Shout out, who else we want to shout out? I said, hey Breed. Shout out Sean Martin. Shout out Twitching Tongues. Shout out everybody at fucking Amityville Music Hall. Love you guys.
Shout out every band we toured with that put up with us. I mean, Christ.
Who did we play with this year? We did some stuff with Stabbed.
Yeah, we did Stabbed and we did Mutilatred.
Mutilatred, fuck
what
yeah, love
great
those
guys.
guys.
Yeah, great guys. Fucking, we had a lot of fun. Super lucky to be like, I don't even know, past 30 years I've been doing this, and it's like every I can say generation, because they say a generation is like 10 years or something like that.
Maybe 20, 10.
10, maybe.
Okay, I would think 20, but
I've been like through a couple of generations of
Oh,
death
yeah.
metal. It's pretty fucking wild. And I got some homies that are still around, Eric Newton, and like I got some homies from the old school, but I got younger people that I talk to, and it is the coolest fucking thing ever.
oh yeah,
To be able to
It's a good
talk to I love being able to, I have a lot of people I talk to on Facebook and Instagram that are in their 20s. I have people in their 30s, and then I have old school guys that I came up with in their 50s and bordering on 60 like me that we talk about. Yeah, being in the van for 3 hours and then you can't walk. And your knees are killing you and you don't know how you're going to get out of the van and play a show. So I have people to bond with over that. It's awesome. And my partner in crime, Chris and I, when we drive the van, he drives most of the time. I drive too. But him and I have such great conversations when we're just driving. And it's 90% Jerky Boys references. And I'm grateful for that, because when I'm on my deathbed, the things I'm going to remember is Chris yelling, "Fuck him!" whenever I say something, whenever I think of something or whatever. It's just like, those are the things I'm going to remember. And I'm just grateful that I've been able to do this and that you guys are my friends. And I hope you show up at my funeral.
Oh, bro.
of course.
We're leaving on a high note.
Oh, you know.
We'll all be there, hopefully.
I'm going to outlast all you motherfuckers. You guys are going to be all dead at 50 and I'm gonna be like 98. And I'm
hoping not, but we're working on it.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
For real, with that.
Cheers, everybody.
Without remorse, we're just doing music. Internal Bleeding's new album,
Settle All
Settle All
Scores.
Scores, is actually going to come out in 2025. I promise you guys. Thank you, Maggot Stomp. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Joe. Love you guys.
Cheers,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, guys. Hell
Let's
yeah.
get it. Love
Fuck
you guys
yeah.
very much. Hopefully,
everybody.
we'll probably do this again to ramp up some stuff when the album starts coming together. As far as that goes, we'll do another couple smoke sessions, I'm sure, within the next year.
My neighbor has come over.
Eternal
This is Mike, our neighbor.
rock and roll will never die.
Yeah, right.
And you want to
Leave it
see
on
what's
a high
under the
note.
eternal bleeding?
No.
Holy
Merry
shit.
Christmas, everybody.
It's Russ.
Hi.
All right, Russ is cool.
God.
All
It's a
right.
Russ
Oh,
Christmas
boy.
shirt.
All right, wrap it up.
Shut it
Thanks,
down.
guys.
Shut the podcast down.
Good night, everybody. We love you. Have a great day.
Listen